Hi, I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk mountain weather and ski conditions. I hope everybody's having a great New Year's Eve, and the New Year's Day tomorrow. We've got a really active flow for the Pacific Northwest, and eventually it's going to shift a little to the south and continue to blow moisture inland. But let's get to the current state of affairs here. So radar satellite, you can see this what was kind of like a clipper storm dove in, provided some snow for the Tetons and the Wasatch. Now it's kind of hitting drier air in Colorado, and part of the energy is dropping south. But what I also want to draw your attention to is up in the Pacific Northwest. There is one, two, three, four different storm systems lined up out here. I mean, you can see the spin with this large low pressure out here sitting in the Pacific. Look at that comma shape coming around on that thing. Boy, that is impressive. And then the flow on the backside and the spin coming up and around. The whole storm will take packets of moisture and send them in to the Pacific Northwest. There's going to be a lot of snow up here in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, we're talking feet of snow here as we slide over the next 5 to 7 days. Let's look at the jet stream, and that is what obviously is supporting all of this. There's the big low I showed you right back there. And here on the front side of this jet stream is that little clipper that's diving to the south and hitting some drier air into Colorado. So I'll put this into motion. You can see what happens with the jet. And this is Friday morning, so New Year's afternoon at 5:15 p.m. The low has moved all the way down here, and that will move up towards the northeast with some snow. But this is what I really want to draw your attention to back here is that jet stream. Watch the orientation on this thing. It is almost like a mini atmospheric flow type of river, I should say, mini atmospheric river type setup with just a straight shot of moisture from the west to the east, hammering the Pacific Northwest into the interior around Revelstoke down into Schweitzer. I mean, those places are going to do very well with this flow. Here's Sunday. Now, by the time we go from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, what we've got here is a straight shot of moisture in, and it's going to start to move inland. It's going to move inland towards Idaho and also the Tetons, then eventually down into the Wasatch Front as well. So we're going to see some pretty good totals in those areas as well come Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So here's the future radar, and watch the motion of the moisture. All right, so once this little clipper moves out of Colorado and out of New Mexico, all focus will be up here in the Pacific Northwest. So that's Friday. Here is Saturday morning. Starts to send a little bit of moisture in to the interior. Very heavy precip along the coast. By Sunday morning, again, it's moving packets of moisture inland with heavy snows up and down the Pacific Northwest coast. Here comes the next low. Look at that thing. It's just one right on top of another. And this one's going to go a little further south here. This is Monday morning. You can see now the Sierra getting in on the action, and that's some pretty heavy snow as we work our way into Monday afternoon. Look at the snow through Sun Valley, Schweitzer, up into Banff and Revelstoke, and then the Tetons are just getting these packets of moisture, and that'll continue all the way through Tuesday and Wednesday. How much snow? Well, we'll do this in different stages. Obviously very light for the remainder of today into Friday morning, which is New Year's morning. So let's move ahead. By Saturday morning, the numbers are really ticking up, continuing to go up here in the Pacific Northwest. They keep going up. I mean, look at those numbers by Sunday morning. We're talking 2, 3, 4 feet of snow in some of these areas. They've gone up nicely. In Schweitzer and Revelstoke, it'll be a powder day there. The numbers have crept up in Jackson Hole as well. They'll continue to go up, in fact, through Monday morning in Jackson Hole. And this number, I've chosen to go with more of a conservative number. Can certainly add a percentage to this. I bet you they end up with higher totals than this. On the back side, look at the numbers continue to go up from Monday into Tuesday, and this is a pretty big hit right here for the top of the Sierra down at Tahoe and Shasta. We're talking a couple of feet there. And look at the numbers up in the Pacific Northwest through the interior Idaho, and that flow continues to hit Jackson Hole and even down into the Wasatch by Tuesday morning. And again, this will continue all the way into Wednesday. So I hope everybody has a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Appreciate you tuning in here, and we've got some great days ahead.